forward and conduct the morning prayer to start off our day.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Meenakshi ma'am. Good morning, everybody. डॉक्टर के अग्रवाल सर की दिव्य आत्मा को नमन करते हुए आज हम सामवेद के एक मंत्र से प्रार्थना करेंगे। ओम भद्रम कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवा भद्रम पश्येमाक्षिभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरड्गैस्तुष्टुवानसं तनुभिर्यशेमहि देवहितं यदायुः। अर्थ है, हे पूजनीय देवों, हम अपने कानों से अच्छी बातें ही सुने, हम अपनी आंखों से अच्छी वस्तुएं ही देखें, हम अपने स्वस्थ शरीर से तुम्हारी स्तुति करते हुए तुम देवताओं द्वारा दी हुई संपूर्ण आयु तक सुख भोगते रहे। धन्यवाद। Over to Dr. Meenakshi ma'am.
Dhanyavad Yogesh ji for that beautiful prayer and the lovely explanation as well. So I will start off with the presentation. आज बच्चों की ही बात कर रहे हैं because this entire week we have spoken about children and the problems that they face in COVID. And today we just end it with this question and answer round. So अगर आपके मन में भी कोई सवाल है जरूर उसको चैट बॉक्स में डालें. So what is the risk of my child becoming sick with COVID-19? You know, if your child is out there, if your child is in going to school, and even if you are going to school, there is a very good chance that your child will also get COVID-19. Uske baad mein there are a lot of children who don't develop any symptoms, and then there are also children who develop symptoms for 2 to 3 days. Usually हम देखते हैं at least in India that the disease does not last for more than 3 to 4 days. The average duration for children to be sick is around 6 days, and it can go up to 21 days for some people. So, yes, your child can get sick, but usually bukhar aata hai and it just goes away quite MISC is a serious complication, which we will talk about a little later. But again, in India, not a lot of cases of MISC have been seen. So, अगर मेरे घर में एक हाई रिस्क पेशेंट है तो क्या मुझे अपने बच्चे को स्कूल भेजना चाहिए? So this is the pros versus cons situation. The child will be losing out on a lot if he is not going to school. So, sending your child to school, it is completely a personal decision, even if you have a high-risk patient at home. But remember that now a lot of the people have been immunized, and the immunized people will have a less serious form of the disease. Not only that, अगर आप काम पे जा रहे हैं, तो even then you are putting your high-risk patient at risk. So then don't deprive the child of the education that he very much needs. So this is another very important question जो सबके मन में आता है. सब doctors they advise that you wear mask for we ask them children to wear masks, but can the mask be harmful for a long period of time? अगर हम बहुत समय तक इसको पहने तो क्या इससे कोई परेशानी हो सकती है? And the answer is that जो स्कूल के अंदर में wearing a mask is more beneficial than not wearing it. सबसे पहली बात, क्योंकि अगर कोई भी बीमारी हो, even if it is something like TB, even if it is just a normal flu, wearing a mask will protect your child. So let your child wear a mask. It should be correctly fitted. ज़्यादा नाक दबनी नहीं चाहिए, ज़्यादा मुंह भी नहीं दबना चाहिए. It should not be very tight, it should not be very loose. And if that is the case, then your child should be okay. And कुछ ऐसी इंफॉर्मेशन एंड कुछ ऐसे सवाल भी थे कि क्या इसको पहनने से बहुत ज़्यादा कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड हमारे शरीर में बढ़ जाता है, which is the air we breathe out. So the answer is no, it does not increase the carbon dioxide levels in the blood, and it is important for us to wear masks at school. So जब आप बच्चे घर आते हैं तो anyway they are spending lot of hours without the mask. So I would suggest that you send your child with masks to school and ask them to wear masks over there. So अगर बच्चे को स्कूल में symptoms आ जाएं तो हमें क्या करना चाहिए? Try to pick up the child as soon as possible and isolate them and then arrange for a COVID-19 test. इसके symptoms आने के बाद में स्कूल बच्चा ना जाए इसका खास ध्यान रखें. Let the child recover completely and finish the 7-day isolation period from the day 1 of symptoms, and then only send the child to school, because you don't want the child to be spreading it to the teachers, to the staff, to other students. So make sure that you take care of this. This is एक बहुत important concern है. क्या बच्चा ब्रेक टाइम एंजॉय कर सकता है? क्या वो स्पोर्ट्स एक्टिविटी स्कूल में जो हो रहे हैं उसको कर सकता है? सो इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर योर चाइल्ड टू स्टे एक्टिव एज वेल. अगर जब हम आउटडोर एक्टिविटीज कर रहे हैं तो एनी वे द चांस ऑफ गेटिंग इन्फेक्टेड इज वेरी लेस. अगर इंडोर हो रहा है, बिकॉज इट्स वेरी वेरी हॉट दीज डेज, स्पेशली इन आवर कंट्री, and the schools might be forced to conduct these sessions indoors, and if that is the case, then definitely you should be having a good ventilation in the you should be having a good ventilation in the place where you're doing the sports activities indoors. And iske alawa, the children who are not actively participating in the sport activity, they should be masked. जब भी आप स्पोर्ट्स कर रहे हैं तब उस समय मास्क खोल सकते हैं, because then you will have breathing difficulties if you don't. So this is how it has to be a very individualized decision कि मास्क कब उतारना है कब नहीं उतारना. The teacher has to be very very uh, uh, informed, very well informed about all these things, and even your child should be well informed कि हमें कब मास्क खोलना है कब मास्क पहनना है. So can my child use the playground? So yes, again we have said that activity is very important for your child. हमने ये भी जाना है कि surfaces में इतना ज़्यादा अब वायरस नहीं रहता, so kids can safely use the playground improvement जहाँ पे daily cleaning हो रही हो, जहाँ पे आप अपने स्कूल से पता करिए कि क्या वो रोज सफाई उसकी हो रही है, क्या रोज सैनिटाइजेशन हो रही है. Before and after playing, your child should be washing their hands. मुंह तो टच ना करें. While they are playing, they should try to avoid that as much as possible. So this question is key. How long incubation period के बारे में है basically. How long after the exposure should I expect? तो यूजुअली 6 दिन, एक्सपोजर के 6 दिन के बाद में आपके सिम्टम्स आ सकते हैं. सो सपोज इफ समवन हैज बीन इन्फेक्टेड इन योर स्कूल, खबर आई है कि कोविड-19 है, तो 6 दिन तक आपको अपने चाइल्ड को ऑब्जर्व करना है टू सी इफ देयर इज एनी प्रॉब्लम. तो साइंस एंड सिम्टम्स बहुत बार बात कर रहे हैं. फीवर, कॉफ, चेस्ट पेन, लॉस ऑफ टेस्ट एंड स्मेल कैन बी देयर. Changes in the skin, such as discolored areas on the feet and hands. ये हमारे देश में हमने देखा ही नहीं है, so I would just move that. Sore throat, nausea, vomiting, belly pain और diarrhea. इसके अलावा chills, muscle aches, जो जहाँ बड़े muscle groups है, like the back, the thighs and the calves, यहाँ पे आपको दर्द ज़्यादा complain कर सकते हैं. Fatigue, this is one important symptom for children, बहुत ज़्यादा इसको report करते हैं. Headache, new and severe headache, ये भी important है, and congestion. So these are the ones that are important. ठीक है? So these are the symptoms. MIS के जो इम्पोर्टेंट सिम्टम्स जो आपको ध्यान में रखने हैं, दैट इज कि अगर बच्चा आप उसको जगा नहीं पा रहे हैं या फिर वो जाग नहीं पा रहा है बहुत समय तक, बहुत सुस्त बच्चा हो रहा है और उसको एक गैल वर्ड आती है, वो गैल में है, तो दैट इज एन इम्पोर्टेंट sign that you should rush to the emergency. Don't even wait to call the doctor. Difficulty breathing, अगर बहुत सांस में लेने में तकलीफ हो रही है, again speak to your doctor. New confusion, आपको लग रहा है कि बच्चे बहकी बहकी बात कर रहे हैं, then again speak to your doctor. अगर आपको कहीं blue colored skin दिखती है, this is very rare in our country for the children to show these symptoms. But again, MIC in itself is rare. उसके बाद में clotting, जो यहाँ पे आपको नीलापन दिखे अगर आपके नाखून में या फिर लिप्स में या फिर टोज में, तो then again you need to speak to doctor immediately. And बहुत severe stomach pain, this is the common symptom in our country when it comes to MISC. So severe stomach pain is what you can expect. So symptoms कितने दिन तक last करते हैं? It can last anywhere between 1 to 21 days. We have seen that the children do not go beyond 6 days. एंड यूजुअली अगर हम देखें, अगर हम कॉमन क्या है वो देखें, तो दैट इज अराउंड 3 to 4 days में बच्चे ठीक हो जाते हैं. दे आर एसिम्प्टोमेटिक इन 3 to 4 days. Now there is one important question about long term COVID. Long term COVID क्या बच्चों में भी होता है? So there is a study that has been done in British children. 1700 ब्रिटिश चिल्ड्रन में ये करी गई है और उसमें देखा गया है कि 4.4% ऑफ द चिल्ड्रन, इनके जो सिम्टम्स है ये 4 हफ्ते से बियॉन्ड भी जाते हैं, 28 दिन के ऊपर जाते हैं, और 1.8% है जिनके 8 हफ्ते से भी ऊपर जाते हैं. क्या है वो सिम्टम्स? दैट इज फटीग, हेडेक एंड लॉस ऑफ स्मेल. तो ये तीनों सिम्टम्स जो हैं ये बच्चों में ज्यादा समय तक रह सकता है. नाउ द इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग इज that the children who were aged between 12 to 17. So remember, we have been talking about how this age group almost behave like adults when it comes to COVID-19 and most of the diseases. So in this age group, इनमें ही होता है लॉन्ग टर्म कोविड. बहुत छोटे बच्चों में ज्यादातर नहीं देखा जाता. So that's all that I have for you. Should my child go to swimming classes? Outdoor है तो definitely you can go ahead with swimming classes. Just take the precautions of hand hygiene before and after. Make them have a shower after the thing. Let them do betadine gargles after the swimming classes, and that should be even before. If you do betadine gargles before and after, then you should be quite well protected.
मैडम,
हाँ
मेरा
जी.
एक क्वेश्चन है. In mild infection, child can go school?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
No. If you have a mild infection also, then also you will not go to school because you will be infecting people. And कोई और बच्चा ऐसा हो सकता है जिसको इन्फेक्शन माइल्ड ना हो और सिवियर हो जाए, या फिर you would be putting people at risk. जो बच्चे अपने घर पे जाते हैं, they'll be going to their grandparents. You don't want to be spreading the infection. So with even if it is a mild infection, the child cannot go to school. They have to stay at home. So Rupinder Kaur ji कह रहे हैं, doctors usually give steroids even children also, especially above 12 years, to avoid any risk. Is it safe? So I don't think that Rupinder ji के अभी steroids कोई doctors दे रहे हैं. The doctors, yes, they do prescribe steroids if there is COVID pneumonia. बच्चों में कोविड निमोनिया होना ही काफी रेयर है. सो स्टेरॉइड्स अगर हठात आपके डॉक्टर्स दे रहे हैं बिफोर डे 7, then I don't think that is, I think कुछ समझने में भूल है. And come and speak to us and we'll try to understand the situation better. So there are certain children who require steroids, and nephrotic syndrome के जो बच्चे होते हैं उनको steroid दिया जाता है, but not in COVID. बहुत रेयर ऐसा बच्चा होता है जिसको स्टेरॉइड की जरूरत पड़ती है, बट इन दिस फेज ऑफ कोविड we are no longer seeing such cases. I think that's all. Thank you everyone for joining in. We'll be back tomorrow with